Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Pursuit. Today we launch a new fresh series when people messed with the wrong cops. Every reckless choice flips on instant justice mode. Buckle up, let's roll right now, folks. On June 20th, 2023, Trooper Grant received an urgent call from the 10th Judicial Drug Task Force, requesting backup in pursuing a silver Chevrolet Impala, bearing Arkansas plate 373YCU. At approximately 4:09 p.m., the high-speed chase began on U.S. Highway 63, with the vehicle heading northbound recklessly and dangerously. The situation escalated immediately when a backseat passenger threw a black bag from the moving vehicle, later found to contain multiple stolen firearms. This single act made it unmistakably clear that what began as a pursuit was now a highly volatile and life-threatening encounter for everyone involved. At 4:11 p.m., Trooper Grant executed the first Tactical Vehicle Intervention, or TVI, but the Impala managed to regain control and continue fleeing. Just 1 minute later, a second TVI forced the vehicle into a ditch and into the tree line, a powerful example of how split-second decisions under pressure can determine the outcome of an entire operation. The second TVI hit with brutal force. The Impala violently spun off the road, slamming into the ditch and tree line. The sheer impact was so powerful that one suspect was thrown clean out of the vehicle, landing hard on the ground, leaving them dazed and unable to flee.
Come here, get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground, motherfucker! Get on the ground!
All suspects bailed and fled into the woods, but one was thrown from the vehicle during impact, allowing troopers to quickly subdue them. This moment is a critical reminder. Precision, timing, and calm execution in high-stakes situations can be the difference between a controlled outcome and a catastrophic one. On December 24th, 2025, at approximately 10:55 p.m., Brentwood police officers conducted a traffic stop on Balfour Road and Foothill Drive after suspecting 43-year-old Romaine Morgan of driving under the influence. Morgan was the sole occupant of the vehicle, and what began as a routine DUI investigation was about to take a deadly turn.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, sir. Do you have your insurance and registration with you? Where are you coming from, my man?
The hospital. I just left my girl and her mother and grandmother there.
Okay. From Sutter or Kaiser?
Yes, sir.
From where?
Kaiser.
Kaiser. Okay.
That's Kaiser right down the street.
Yeah. Where you headed to now, man?
Going on back to Tracy, champ.
Back to Tracy?
Yes, sir.
You got insurance, man?
Yes, sir. I do. I don't have the card with me though. But
You got like a picture of it on your phone or something like that?
No, I do not.
You don't?
No, I do
Okay.
not.
And you say you live in Tracy?
I stay. My registered address is in Stockton, but I stay in Tracy with my fiance.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You on a probation, parole?
Not at all.
Nothing like that?
Not at all.
Any alcohol tonight, man?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
Nothing.
So the reason I stopped you, you're kind of swerving. Just face your car.
Yes, sir.
Interlace your fingers on the back of your head for me.
Yes, sir.
There you go. And then I'm gonna have you walk back to the trunk for me, okay?
Just slide over this way.
Yeah, just slide this way. That's
you're
all.
not in the doorway?
That's all. Keep going a little bit. Keep going a little bit. Perfect, man. Widen your stance a little bit for me. You're a little taller than me. Appreciate it.
At all.
All right, man. So you're just trying to go to Tracy, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll get you out of here, man. I'll get you out of here. Listen, I'm not trying to harass people. I'm not trying.
During the vehicle search, officers discovered a loaded firearm concealed on the front passenger side floorboard, immediately elevating the risk level of the entire encounter. A hidden weapon changes everything, transforming what could have been a straightforward arrest into a situation where every officer's life is suddenly on the line.
Grab him, get on the ground! Stop him! Get on the ground! Cover, cover. Get your taser out! Get on the ground! Get your taser! Get your taser! No! Get on the ground! Z4, shots fired! Shots fired! Get on the fucking ground!
When officers moved to arrest Morgan, he resisted physically and managed to gain control of the firearm, a terrifying escalation that left officers with no choice. One officer discharged their service weapon, striking Morgan. Despite immediate emergency aid rendered by several officers until paramedics arrived, Morgan succumbed to his injuries at the scene on Christmas Eve.
Get on the ground! Get your taser! Get your taser! No! Get on the ground! Z4, shots fired! Shots fired! Stay aligned.
Here, tuck in tighter to help try and load it. There we go. Doing good. Doing good.
Do not move!
What started as a DU, I stop-ended in tragedy, not because of the initial offense, but because of every decision made after that first encounter. A concealed weapon, physical resistance, and an attempt to seize a firearm created a chain of consequences that proved fatal and irreversible. This incident is a sobering reminder that cooperation in those critical moments can mean the difference between going home and never going home at all. Austin, Texas, on the morning of September 23, 2022. A child custody dispute escalated into a deadly standoff involving 33-year-old Antonio Gonzalez. Around 9:19 a.m., Austin police responded to a 911 call from a woman who reported that Gonzalez had shown a gun and that children were involved. Officers found Gonzalez on Brassey Street holding a handgun, which he pointed at his head and later tucked into his waistband. They attempted to de-escalate and gave repeated commands for him to surrender. Despite hours of effort from crisis officers, negotiators, and SWAT personnel, the subject refused all communication, remained uncooperative, and kept a handgun visible throughout the lengthy standoff with authorities.
Back towards us. Stop! Stop the bear trap! Good back, good back. Good back. Come around. Round that side, Yep. Good pack. Good pack. Come around.
At 11:51 a.m., SWAT officers used tasers and less lethal rounds, but they were ineffective. When Gonzalez reached for his gun, SWAT officer Coker fired and struck him. Officers provided aid, but Gonzalez was pronounced dead at 11:59 a.m. No civilians or officers were physically injured. A custody dispute is already painful enough, but the moment a firearm enters that equation, especially in front of children, it stops being a family conflict and becomes a traumatic, life-altering crisis for everyone present. Seattle, Washington. On April 17, 2024, Seattle police attempted to arrest a 67-year-old man at the DoubleTree Suites Hilton Hotel as part of an internet crimes against children investigation. The suspect believed he was meeting two young girls, but was instead met by undercover officers. Body cam footage captured the suspect arriving with a gun already drawn. A brief struggle erupted the moment officers opened the door, forcing them to open fire. The suspect was killed instantly. One officer was grazed by a bullet but sustained only minor injuries. When a suspect arrives with a weapon already drawn, officers have no time to hesitate. Every second counts. The decision to fire is never taken lightly, but when lives are immediately at stake, it becomes the only option available to protect both officers and the public.
Sixth floor.
Chicago Police. Yeah. What's going on? Nothing. Whoa, it's good. Stop shooting. 10-1, shots fired.
Chicago, Illinois, January 3rd, 2025. In the early morning hours, around 2:10 a.m., Chicago police officers from the 10th District responded to a 911 call reporting a man armed with a knife inside a 6th-floor apartment on the 3000 block of West 21st Place. As officers knocked on the apartment door, 58-year-old Timothy Glaze suddenly appeared, brandishing a knife and charging toward them.
Chicago Police. What's going on? Nothing. No, step back. Stop shooting, stop shooting. 10-1, shots fired. 10-1, shots fired, shots fired. Stop moving.
Confronted with the imminent threat, officers discharged their firearms, striking Glaze multiple times. They immediately provided emergency aid before paramedics rushed him to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The Cook County Medical Examiner confirmed Glaze's identity as a resident of Cicero. A knife was recovered at the scene. No officers were injured during the encounter.
How long has Steven had it?
He picked me up today.
March 20th, 2018, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was just past midnight when Tulsa police pulled over 36-year-old Angie Frost, who was driving a stolen vehicle. Calm and collected, Angie insisted her friend Steven had lent her the car to help her move some things, swearing she had no idea it was stolen.
Please, just let me and myself out here. I will call a friend to come and pick me up, and I will show you where Steven lives if he took the car without permission. Right? Right? Please, sir.
As officers searched the vehicle, one stayed behind to listen to her story. Then the switch flipped. Suddenly, Angie offered to work as an informant, perhaps hoping it would get her out of trouble. But Tulsa PD wasn't buying it.
Whoever took the original couldn't get a hold of him. I don't suppose
Things quickly took a turn for the worse. Turns out Angie wasn't even legally allowed to drive, let alone operate a stolen vehicle. When officers informed her that she was going to jail, they placed her in the passenger seat of the squad car, thinking the worst was over. But Angie had one more trick up her sleeve.
Well, what is she doing?
Try to steal your car.
Stop! Stop!
While the officers discussed her charges near the stolen car, she kept talking, non-stop, about other crimes in Tulsa, almost as if she were the queen of the black market. When that didn't get her anywhere, she switched tactics and pulled off a move no one saw coming.
Where'd she go? Is that her right there? There she is.
Come here now!
Get on the ground! Put your hands over your head. Put your hands over your head.
Will somebody unhook her hook so we can put him back behind the back?
Oh, please.
You can go back and...
Anybody got a cage? She's wiry. You stole a police car in front of 3 police officers. And you hit a car with it?
You guys told me that I was going to jail for something that I did not do.
You just stole a police car.
Now I'm going to jail for something I did.
Well, there we go.
God, you are hateful.
You just stole a police car and drove like shit.
Yeah, I'm going to jail because I stole a car. You all were going to arrest me for stealing the black car.
Which you could have easily...
After the officer shut the door, Angie did the unthinkable. She stole the cop car. Had she stayed quiet from the start, she might have walked away with minimal consequences. In fact, officers had even discussed how the charges might not stick. But instead, she turned a bad situation into a disastrous one. Angie was arrested and charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, grand theft auto, and resisting arrest. San Diego, California. On January 17, 2023, at 3:55 p.m., police responded to reports of a violent disturbance at a pharmacy on Reservoir Drive. Upon arrival, officers found the business locked with a female victim inside. They forced entry and discovered 66-year-old Mary Ellen Carter suffering from multiple stab wounds. Officers administered first aid until paramedics arrived, but Carter was later pronounced dead at 4:46 p.m. at a local hospital.
They're still addressing him. He's still by the driver's side door, no movement yet.
10-4 unit still addressing the subject. So just...
Digging around in the rear of the vehicle right now.
Subject going to the rear of the vehicle, 10-4.
During the investigation, police identified 77-year-old Frank Brower as the suspect, believed to be a co-owner or colleague of Carter. He had fled the scene in a dark-colored SUV. Officers traced Brower to his residence on La Cresta Boulevard in El Cajon and coordinated with the San Diego Sheriff's Department to locate him using helicopters and patrol deputies.
10-4 shots fired on La Cresta. 10-4 shot.
San Diego PD, hands up! Hands up right there! Do not go into the vehicle! Walk back towards us! Do not reach into anything! You will be shot! You will be shot! Hands up!
Shortly after contact was made at his residence, an officer-involved shooting occurred involving 2 San Diego police officers, Robert Rayner and Salvador Laurel Torres. Both officers have been placed on administrative leave as the investigation into the stabbing and subsequent shooting continues.
Hit him again. Get on the ground! On the ground! He's still reaching.
At 7:30 a.m. on December 15, 2025, Batesville police issued a bolo for a vehicle stolen from a Casey's gas station. A trooper on State Highway 69 quickly identified the suspect southbound, with a license plate confirmation removing all doubt. When lights and sirens activated, the suspect floored it, hitting 73 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone and veering dangerously left of center, pushing the pursuit dangerously close to Sulphur Rock Elementary School.
4294, this is going to be the suspect vehicle trying to make a stop now at Sulphur Rock.
County located on vehicle 69 southbound. Going to Sulphur Rock now. We're to the pursuit.
Attempting to shake the trooper, the suspect misjudged a sharp turn onto Highway 69B, bouncing off the grass shoulder before forcing the car back onto the road. The trooper responded decisively, pulling alongside the passenger side and executing a clean pit maneuver. The vehicle snapped into a violent clockwise spin, careening into road signs and trees before finally coming to rest in a roadside ditch, ending the chase in seconds.
Newport TVI 1016, 1016.
Turn around. Check back, Eddie.
Do what?
I'll have to get EMS check him out.
Check him out.
The suspect surrendered without resistance. On him were clothes still tagged from the store and an unopened pack of screwdrivers stuffed in his pants, stolen just minutes earlier. He later confessed to the theft. The vehicle was towed and the case handed to Batesville authorities with multiple charges pending. One refusal to stop turned a petty theft into a pursuit, a crash, and consequences that will follow him for years. Bronx, New York. On October 17, 2019, around 2:50 p.m., officers from the NYPD's 52nd Precinct conducted a traffic stop on a 2018 Volkswagen Atlas opposite 3555 Bainbridge Avenue in the Norwood section of the Bronx. The vehicle's driver, 31-year-old Alan Feliz, was found to have active warrants after providing identification. When asked to step out of the car, Feliz initially complied, but quickly returned to the driver's seat and attempted to flee.
Where you guys headed now?
We're going to Manhattan. I gotta pick up my daughter from school right now.
Where in Manhattan?
Washington Heights.
What are you guys doing right over here?
Oh, my girlfriend lives right here, in the building where I just pulled off from.
You're not in trouble, man, but I just gotta talk to you. Yeah, come back here. You good? And make sure the car's in park. You good?
Yeah,
you have anything else to have?
No, I don't have no.
You sure? I'm just gonna pat you down real quick. You want this real quick? I'm gonna explain. Yeah, right here. What happened? Yo!
Oh, shit. Ah! Put him in park! Put it in park! Put it in park! Pull him out!
Officer Edward Barrett tried to physically restrain Feliz, reaching into the vehicle, while Sergeant Jonathan Rivera positioned on the passenger side. Assistant deployed his taser through the window, striking Feliz. Despite this, Feliz continued to struggle and tried to drive away. Sergeant Rivera then entered the vehicle through the passenger door, leaned over an uninvolved passenger, and became engaged in a physical struggle with Feliz.
Can I have additional? 211 and Bainbridge. 211 and Bainbridge. That's the old day. 211 and Bainbridge. Please. Get the fuck up! Get out the car! Get the fuck out! Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Put your park, Sarge, park! Park! Get out the car! Get out the car!
Roughly a minute and a half into the confrontation, Sergeant Rivera discharged a single round from his service weapon, striking Feliz. Officers immediately called for medical assistance and performed CPR. Feliz was transported to Montefiore Medical Center, where he was later pronounced dead. All officers were wearing body cameras, though one was dislodged during the struggle.
Show me your hands. Put your hands on the wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
On June 18, 2024, officers were dispatched to a parking lot after concerned witnesses reported a heated altercation between a young couple inside a parked vehicle. Witnesses told dispatchers the situation was rapidly escalating, with the male occupant allegedly striking the female multiple times during the argument. From the moment the call came in, it was clear this was more than a simple disagreement. It was a potential domestic violence situation requiring immediate and careful response.
She was leaving, trying to leave. Can you listen to me?
No, I'm in charge. Turn around. Want to pet you down for weapons?
Can you listen to me? No.
Hey, can you come over here?
What's going on?
Can you just come over here? So I'm Officer Ansel of Wausau PD. We just got a...
Yeah,
Yeah, what's going on?
1 second, I'm sorry. So we just got a call that there was a physical fight between...
There's no physical fight, I promise.
Nothing like that?
No, nothing like that, sir. I'm all, sir. I'm all...
Yeah. Why would someone think that there was a fight going on?
It's because I was drinking a little tiny bit, and I was a little bit upset, but I'm okay now, I promise.
Hey,
Oh my
hey.
God. Are you...
Step out. Step out. Step out. Step out or I'm going to pull you out.
I'm sorry.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're detained right now, okay? We do not do that. We do not slam car doors into other cars. Stop. Let go of your hand. Let go of your...
I'm so sorry,
Put
sir.
your hands behind your... Put your hands behind your back.
I'm sorry. I
Put your hands behind your back.
Behind your back.
Slide in.
Upon arrival, officers quickly located the vehicle and observed a visibly distressed female in the passenger seat, while the male occupant appeared agitated but remained seated. Moving with both urgency and caution, officers approached and made contact with both individuals, prioritizing de-escalation to prevent the situation from deteriorating further. Every word and every action in those first moments carried significant weight. The wrong move could have made things considerably worse for everyone involved.
Calm down. Calm down.
You're hurting me.
I'm gonna tell you one time you just kicked my hand.
Okay, then punch me,
That's fair.
motherfucker. I will sue you.
Yeah, good.
You will sue you. I will sue you for thousands of dollars.
In the car.
I will sue you for thousands of dollars.
Get your legs in the car. Get your legs in the car. Get your legs in the car.
I will sue you for thousands of dollars.
Chris.
Yeah, f you, motherfucker! I would like to get me, myself, and then go.
The female was separated from the male for her safety, and officers conducted individual interviews while carefully assessing any visible injuries. Additional units responded to reinforce the scene and maintain calm throughout the investigation. Witness statements were gathered, accounts were cross-referenced, and officers worked methodically to establish the full picture before determining the appropriate course of action. This incident is a reminder that domestic disputes are among the most delicate and emotionally charged calls officers face, requiring equal measures of professionalism, empathy, and vigilance from the very first second on scene. The incident began when a driver ignored a stop signal on the highway, prompting officers to initiate a pursuit. What should have been a routine traffic stop quickly escalated as the vehicle accelerated away, swerving recklessly and placing surrounding motorists in significant danger.
I got a straight shot.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! No!
The chase came to an abrupt end when the car crashed into an obstacle and was disabled. The driver exited and attempted to flee on foot, but officers quickly closed the distance and detained her before she could escape.
Looks like I turned on Thunder on 60.
Authorities later learned the driver was pregnant. Overwhelmed, she collapsed to her knees, crying and pleading for understanding while explaining her decision to run. The emotional scene left officers balancing their duty to enforce the law with compassion for her personal circumstances as they worked to resolve the situation safely and responsibly.